Hello and welcome back. My name is Jack B. and as always, thank you for viewing my video. In this episode, we'll explore indoor air pollutants, something I believe the general public might not be thinking about, but can cause severe health problems. Most indoor air pollution is caused by man-made products. Indoor air pollution basically consists of microparticles, viruses, and gases. All indoor air pollution is inhaled and can cause severe health problems. Inexpensive indoor residential measuring devices are available to detect particles and gases and then alert residents of high levels of pollutants in their homes. It seems that one of these devices would be a wise investment. Some common indoor air pollutants are particulate matter, PM, formaldehyde, which is HCHO, carbon monoxide, CO, and carbon dioxide, CO2, as well as volatile organic compounds, VOCs. This is probably a new term for everybody. There are various sizes of particulate matter, PM, monitored in the air we breathe. PM1, PM2.5, PM3, and PM10 are some common sizes that are monitored. The number following the PM indicates the size of the particle matter, and it's representative in micrograms. The measurement of the PM is based upon the amount contained in a cubic meter of air. Therefore, PM2.5 refers to particles that are 2.5 micrometers. PM10 refers to particles that are 10 micrometers. This size slide is very busy with colors, numbers, and lines. I thought it might be a good idea to show where all these items fall with respect to size and at what point or size they may pass through the lungs and enter the bloodstream. I will focus on the key takeaway items from this slide. The numbers and lines in yellow are the PM pollutants. Generally, they range in size from 10 microns down to 100 nanometers. PM10 particles cause irritation to the lungs and sinuses. They may be able to start passing into the lung walls. PM1 material and below do pass through the lungs to the bloodstream, and that's a problem. Our old topics of nanoplastics in white and nanotubes in green are also able to pass through the lungs and the bloodstream with no problem at all, causing harm to our bodies. Gases in burnt orange and VOCs are much smaller. The size of gases is usually in the nanometer range, while VOCs are much smaller in the picometer range. Indoor PM comes from many sources and can be generated through various activities, such as using plastic and paper products, cooking, and combustion. PM can also be from biological sources. Even outdoor air entering the home contains PM. Other indoor sources include burning material, cooking, and their airborne byproducts, biological sources such as mold, pets, dust mites, and cockroaches. Cleaning products, pesticides, air fresheners, personal body products, and aerosol sprays. Hobbies such as woodworking, filing metals, 3D printing. Formaldehyde, HCHO, is found in many common products of the home, such as paneling, veneers, pressed wood, and pressure-treated wood, adhesives, insulation, paints and fabrics, cosmetics, deodorants, cleaning products, smoking, and new furniture. Temperature and humidity can accelerate the release of HCHO in homes. Carbon monoxide, CO. Carbon monoxide is caused by the incomplete combustion of fuels in items such as gas stoves, ovens, water heaters, furnaces, fireplaces, and kerosene heaters, and also smoking and vehicle exhaust. The problem is exacerbated by poor ventilation, such as in well-insulated homes that are too airtight. They also have blocked chimneys and flues, and appliances might not even be vented properly. Carbon dioxide is caused by human respiration and burning of fuels and such items as, again, stoves, ovens, water heaters, furnaces, fireplace, kerosene heaters, and smoking. Volatile organic compounds, VOCs, are gases, but they are considered organic because they have chemicals that contain carbon that readily evaporate at room temperatures. VOCs are a subset of gases. VOCs can cause health problems by themselves, or they can participate in photochemical reactions with other molecules in the air and then cause health problems. Examples of VOCs are benzene and formaldehyde. Gases can be organic, which are VOCs, or non-organic. Gases are molecules or atoms of the same substance. They are not involved in atmospheric photochemical reactions. Examples are air, nitrogen, oxygen, and CO2. So far, all this information may seem innocuous, but exposures over time can cause severe suffering and death. Now let's look at the acceptable, not safe levels, but the acceptable levels and the hazardous levels of these indoor air pollutants. These tables indicate the various levels of hazard for the pollutants we've discussed. The first slide indicates the levels for PM. The key takeaways for this pollutant are: 1, healthy people are affected differently than sensitive and unhealthy people. 2, the exposure time and volume of PM determines the negative effects. And 3, all exposure to PM poses risk. And 4, last but not least, there are no acceptable or safe standards established for PM1, because PM1 can pass right through the lungs, entering the bloodstream, and then travel elsewhere in the body to accumulate in organs. The mitigation of PM is removing the source, filtration, and ventilation. This second slide depicts the levels of formaldehyde, HCHO, that are of concern. There are some gases that are really bad, but HCHO is nasty. As you can see, the amount of HCHO, parts per million, is low, but it has serious consequences to one's health. The takeaways for this slide are: number 1, any exposure to HCHO causes risk. 2, there will be long-term effects. And 3, long exposures will cause cancer. The best mitigation is not to be around formaldehyde, but that's hard because it seems to be in everything, even in the process of decaffeinating coffee beans. But ventilation, filtration, and removing the source will help. This next slide, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, are common gases and cause a lot of preventable deaths. As I understand it, carbon monoxide is worse than carbon dioxide, even though they both can cause death at certain levels. I have been told that carbon monoxide envelopes or displaces oxygen in the red blood cells so that they cannot carry oxygen throughout the body. When there are high levels of carbon dioxide in a specific volume of air, it displaces oxygen in the air so one can't breathe in oxygen. The takeaways for this chart are: 1, there are safe levels for both gases. 2, the effects of each become apparent starting at low levels, which can be noticed. And 3, death is certain at higher levels. The mitigation, again, is simple: ventilation, no exhaust from vehicles, and no burning of material. The final slide shows VOCs. They're probably the most prevalent and most misunderstood because the source of VOCs is present in almost all indoor products. The takeaways for this chart are: 1, exposure will cause harm to your health. 2, some VOCs have a high potential to cause cancer. And the mitigation is ventilation, filtration, cleansing, and removal of the source. As I've mentioned earlier, there are inexpensive air quality meters available, and it might be worthwhile investing in one to see what is lurking in one's home. Well, these are my thoughts for today. And again, whether you agree or not, please confirm the information presented. Thank you, and until next time, take care and be safe. Bye.